Information system levels. Figure shows the four levels of information systems that exist in a typical business information system. These are operational, lower management, middle management, and top management. First one, operational. At the operational level, routine production or clerical operations are performed. Operational systems provide little feedback directly to the employee. For example, the material clerk receives a material requisition, fills the requisition, and files a report of action taken. A supervisor evaluates the employee's performance. Second, lower management. Lower management perform supervisory functions that are short term relative to the higher levels of management. They deal with day to day job scheduling, checking the results of operations, and taking the necessary corrective action. Third one, middle management. Middle management functions are tactical in nature. This level is responsible for allocating and controlling the resources necessary to accomplish objectives that support the strategic goals of the business. Planning occurs, authority is delegated to the supervisory level, and performance is measured. The last one, top management. Top management functions are strategic. They include establishment of the goals of the business, long range planning, new market and product development, margins and acquisitions, and major policy decisions. Appropriate authority is delegated to the middle management. Feedback and control. Feedback and control are essential to the design of any management system. Feedback is the process of comparing an actual output with the desired output for the purpose of improving the performance of a system. Control is the action taken to bring the difference between an actual output and a desired output within an acceptable range. These concepts are shown in this figure. Part A shows a system in which there is no feedback and control. This system does transform an input into an output because it lacks feedback. It is called an open loop system. In part A, it is evident that the output depends on the characteristics of the input and of the system. If the output is not satisfactory, there is no provision for modifying either the input or the system. In part B, the feedback is visual and the corrective action is initiated. Because there is feedback, this type of system is called a closed loop system. This flowchart demonstrates that the comparison of desired and actual output results in a management action which may modify the inputs, the system, or both. The result is a modified system that will produce altered outputs. Many operational systems are open loop systems. All true management systems are closed loop systems. Hardware and software end products. Hardware end products are described primarily by their physical, for example, electrical or mechanical attributes, which can be observed and measured as the hardware moves through the several stages of its development. Examples of complex systems that have been developed by the application of the life cycle techniques are rockets, communication networks, computer systems, and spacecraft. The computer based business system also contains hardware components. Its most significant characteristics is a software end product. Software may be defined as a collection of programs or routines that facilitate the use of computer. This definition includes operating systems, which facilitate the general use of the computers, and application programs, which are written to solve specific problems. The latter is the end product associated with the computer based business system. Software with the hardware does not possess attributes that can readily be observed and measured from the concept to end product. The software end product is information. It may be stored or printed on a physical medium such as a magnetic disc, a reel of tape, or a sheet of paper.